Hey folks, Harley Day Rider here, good old HDR, back with you once again on a lovely Labor Day 2017. So today is Monday. I think it's about the third or fourth of the month. We are now into September. Oh, joy for us, huh? We made it to September. See what that means? I already seen it on this ride a little bit. I've seen some leaves starting to fall on the ground. So that means fall is very quickly approaching. So the weather's going to be turning. The trees, the beautiful trees here, are going to be dying off. And there's nothing we can do about it, right? But hey, it's living in Pennsylvania, and Mrs. HDR, we were just talking last night. She was just talking about, as many places we traveled already in our lifetime. And myself and Mrs. HDR has only been together for 16 years. I know it seems like longer, but it's second marriage for both of us, and many of us know how that is. So we've been together 16 years and we've traveled so many places, and she said, there's really no place like Pennsylvania. With the rolling hills that we have all around us, all the green foliage we have that we get to experience the four seasons with. And I have to admit, I do, I always tell you guys, I like to ride somewhere where I can ride year round, but there's good and bad, I guess. I was talking to my son last night, HDR Jr. HDR, no, that's not true. I was talking to my son last night down at his house, and he said, Dad, you've said that many times, no matter where you travel, life is about the same, right? We have to get up in the morning, we take a shower, you get dressed, or you get up in the afternoon, you take a shower, get dressed, regardless. You have to go to work somewhere. You got to make some kind of living. That is a really old, broken down barn there. You have to make some kind of living. It doesn't really matter where you live. I mean, life is the way it is. What the heck is that? Some kind of a vulture. But yeah, life is, where it's at, wherever you live. You may have better weather. You may have nicer winters. You may experience green Christmases or, whatever, instead of snow all over. But when it boils right down to it, folks, life is where your family and loved ones are. So, if you ever want to pick up and leave your loved ones, it'll be hard right now because, now my son has a son of his own, so we have a grandbaby, and it'd be hard to leave that little guy. It really would. Life is about also thinking about a bigger picture. All right, life can't be always worried and concerned about yourself. You can't always make yourself number one, especially when you got kids of your own and a grandbaby. I mean, that grandbaby looks at me and he's like, Pap, one day I'm going to have you wrapped around my finger. And I said, you know what I'm thinking, grandkid? You probably already do. Just the way I have a ball cap on, he wants to rip the ball cap off and stuff and put it on his head. And he's only 9 months old, but he's cute as can be. Just full of energy, full of life. And, I want to be around to see that. This road really sucks. I'm into all this. What the hell is this gravel all from? We're going to go this way on Mounts Road, I think. Yep. Anyway, I was just at the Washington County Airport, if you want to look that up on your Google Maps. Just came down Moore Road, and now I'm on Mounts Road, crossing Interstate 70, that is right there. I did have a topic. Riding around today, I thought, man, I never really have a topic to discuss with you folks. I never have anything to really discuss. We just kind of talk, which is good. I mean, I like just talking on the motorcycle. riding around Washington County here and chit-chatting, or riding around West Virginia and chit-chatting. But the real thing I was thinking about talking to you about today, the topic of discussion was, if you have a fairing, okay, or if you have a stereo system, you know, such as this one, do you always have it on when you ride? Or is it something, you know, one time, a while back, when N.C. Stoney bought his Heritage Classic, he made the statement that he never really used the stereo system anyway, so it's not something he was going to miss. I can honestly say on long trips I would truly miss it. I don't think I could live without a fairing on a long trip now with the stereo system and you know, some kind of infotainment system on it. But yeah, it's I just don't think I could do it. But what's your thoughts on that? I mean, do you always ride with it on? Lately I've been finding out that I have not been. When I'm by myself just riding around the countryside, I've been leaving it off. And the reason I've been leaving it off is just to enjoy the pure sound of the motorcycle. You know, you got those pipes rumbling in the back. You got that engine, you know, kicking along there. And it truly is soothing. It's just relaxing. You know, to think you have this much power sitting under your butt. You're in total control with the throttle. And, you know, it's pretty amazing. So, I don't always have the radio system or stereo on when I'm riding by myself. I do find when I take the bike to work in the mornings, on the way to work, I do tend to use the stereo more than when I'm just out riding like this. Riding like this, I just like to look around, enjoy the countryside, you know, listen to the motor rubbing, you know, rearing up, you know, and it just feels like the bike is so responsive. It feels like the bike just says, look, HDR, I just want to ride, I just want to rumble. And you know the feeling, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, answer that question. I mean, do you use your stereo if you have one on the bike, or maybe even your Sena? I know a lot of you guys run Senas, and I know I've ran music through my Sena before. So do you listen to music a lot on your bike, or do you just kind of ride and enjoy the scenery, you know? That is your question for the day. A $1 million question. Speaking about $1 million, I think everybody probably played, if you can, where you live, the Powerball. When the Powerball was up to, what was it, $400-some million? That would buy a lot of motorcycles, folks. You know, but if you think about it, if you play the Powerball normally, if you won $20 million, would it make a difference in your life? You know, I think $20 million can make a difference in anybody's life. Money isn't everything, folks, but it makes it a lot more fun, right? And hey, let's face it. But you don't have to be rich to own a motorcycle, you know. I found a lot of two-wheel motorcycles out there, you know. Or should I rephrase that? I found a lot of motorcycles. Obviously, it's two wheels. Well, unless it's a trike or a Spider. But I found them, you know, for $1,000 or less. So you don't have to be rich of any means to have a motorcycle. You just have to have a willingness to have a motorcycle. Oh well. So yeah, I'm just cruising today, just riding along. Mrs. HDR is home right now making some broccoli salad because we're going to a cookout today at her daughter's house. So that is going to be happening here at about, I guess we got to go up here at 4 o'clock that she told me. So right now it's about 12:30, so I'm making my way back towards the homestead. You guys gonna let me go? So I'm making my way back towards the old homestead, and don't know yet which way I want to go, but I mean, I have a plan. I usually do have a plan of, you know, which way I want to go, but so I haven't been out on the bike here for a few days or so. It's been kind of cold, gloomy out, spitting rain, so I said I wasn't going anywhere. So I do think I'm taking I might take the long way home. Should still make it home by like 1:30 anyway, so that should be fairly good. Alright folks, I won't keep you riding along here too much longer. Like I said, I did go out to the airport. There was not a plane in sight, not even on the tarmac, nothing. So I just turned around and got out of there. Have a safe Labor Day. If you're out there on the motorcycles today, if you have a beer or two, be very careful. You know, don't ever drink more than 2 beers if you're out on a motorcycle. That's plenty. I will talk to you next time. Remember, as always, ride your own ride. Be safe out there. Harley Day Road is going to be down and out in the lovely southwestern Pennsylvania. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye for now. Nice lake views there for you. You can see that rolling hills going through there. As far as the eye can see.